Joining us in the Man Cave, the NBC Sports Premier League host, Rebecca Lowe. Big match later today at 3 Eastern, right here on NBCSN. Manchester United, always bringing drama against Arsenal. And then Saturday, the Premier League Fan Fest. Oh, I love when you guys do the Fan Fest. You'll be in New York at the South Street Seaport. That'll be 7 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And it's a meet and greet. Come out and say hello to Rebecca Lowe.
That's it. Dan, just before we talk about the Fan Fest, you said this is the Man Cave.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have been talking about Sleepless in Seattle,
Yeah.
and it smells of a 15-year-old girl's bedroom in here.
Well, wait a minute. You're the one that brought in Victoria's Secret body spray.
My signature scent.
What?
If Victoria's Secret's listening.
What's it called?
Love Spell.
Love
Spell.
Spell.
Yeah.
See,
I've been wearing it for many a year.
See, all those years that I've known you,
Yes.
I did not know that you had Love Spell on. Okay, cologne on men.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You like it?
Yeah. Well, I do. When my husband wears it, I'm like, yes, every day. I like cologne on men.
Okay, but I have cologne on right now.
I know. It was rather overpowering
Yes,
when I
it
gave
was.
you a cuddle.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Was that a cuddle or a hug?
It's a cuddle. Well, what's the difference?
Cuddle feels like it's a little bit longer.
Oh, it's a hug. then.
Deeper.
It's
Yeah, definitely a hug.
Yeah, never cuddle you.
Yeah,
to be honest.
no. Although we've shared a meal.
We've shared a number of meals.
No,
Which
I
meal are
actually
you
shared your meal.
What meal?
I ate off your plate.
You did, in Sochi. You did.
I did.
I was done. You're
I
like,
was-
well, I'll have that
I
then.
was so
Thanks.
hungry. And then I was like, you going to eat that? And you're like, no, go ahead. And I went, all right, I'm going to dive in.
What did I say? No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's good.
I know you may have said something
down.
else. No, we can cuddle. Go ahead. All right. How you been?
Really good, Dan. Really good. We got a crazy week, like you say, Fan Fest coming up this weekend. We got loads of games going on this week, and it's a busy week.
Okay. If you were going to look at Manchester United
Yeah.
and explain Manchester United with all the drama, coaches,
Yeah.
they're not great this year.
No, but like you say, to explain that to somebody maybe who isn't au fait with what's been going on, Manchester United are the biggest club in world football, arguably, maybe up there with Real Madrid and Barcelona, but many will believe even bigger. Their history is amazing. They've won everything a number of times. And they had a manager for almost 27 years in Sir Alex Ferguson, who was the best of the best of the best. He leaves 5.5 years ago, and they haven't recovered. And so this season, they're sitting in 8th, I think it is, going into today's game. This is a team and a club that is used to winning silverware, and they're now managed by a man in Jose Mourinho, who has also won everything. But is he now past his prime?
He's crazy.
He is a little crazy at the moment.
And he loves himself.
Yeah, I mean, he does, and he called himself the special one 15 years ago when he came to England. He's like, I'm not from the bottle, I'm the special one. And he was, and he turned out to be. However, I think the specialness has kind of gone a little bit, and he's in real trouble, but he's great TV. And quite frankly, that's all I care about.
Yes, it's about content. So you're happy to have him. But is Manchester City maybe the Golden State Warriors of the Premier League?
Does that mean
Like
they're
a
good?
super team? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So Manchester City are like, they've got the most amount of money.
Wait, you live in Northern California, right?
Yeah. I know
That's where the Golden State Warriors play.
the basketball team.
Yes.
Yeah. They play in San Francisco, right? No.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't live there, though. I live quite far away. Plus, there's a lot of other things to keep an eye on in American sport. I'm also watching NFL on a regular basis, NHL, MLB. So I can't just focus on the Golden State Warriors. But yes, Manchester City are similar. They are the juggernaut of the Premier League. So that makes it even worse because for years, Manchester City were not very good. They were even like 2 divisions below Manchester United, and Man United never had to worry about Man City.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, within the same city, it shifted. In San Francisco, is there another NBA team? Or is it just Golden State Warriors? Like, is there another
You
big...
have Sacramento.
Yeah, but that's not in the same... Okay, so there isn't really a
that's it.
comparison. You guys only tend to have one team per city, right? You don't do what we do, where we have Man City and Man United. Oh, like New York you have.
Yeah.
It would be like that.
Oh, yeah, Brooklyn, and you have the Knicks.
But if it was in baseball, it would be like the Yankees suddenly becoming rubbish, really, really, really rubbish. And then the Mets, I mean, can you just check out the knowledge? Suddenly becoming really good.
Yeah.
Mets or Jets?
Yeah, that'll never happen again. Yeah.
No, but it might. And like, we didn't think this would ever happen. And it's happened. So imagine if it did happen, Dan.
Yeah, but you can just have a billionaire go out and buy everybody, and you can't necessarily do that.
No, that is true. But that is true. That is true. But we did have Leicester City, your team, Leicester, win the Premier League title 2 years ago, not really based so much on money. So stuff can happen in sport that you really don't expect, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
How do the locals feel about when Americans come over? You've had John Henry as an owner.
Yeah, he owns Liverpool.
Let's see.
You've had a lot,
Kroenke, Stan Kroenke.
Yeah, the Glazers own Manchester United.
Lerner.
Yeah, he
was
good.
Aston Villa.
Wasn't so good.
He got roughed up.
Not so good. And Ellis Short up at Sunderland, not so good. So there's been good and bad. I mean, John Henry's a brilliant owner, and I think a lot of Liverpool fans have been delighted with everything that he's done. The Glazers are not as popular. Some of the other owners have not done such a good job. But I think the likes of John Henry has done he's made such an impact at such a huge worldwide known club that it's done the American coming into football the world of good.
Who is the most popular player in the Premier League right now? Not the best.
The most popular? You mean kind of from a neutral's point of view?
Yeah.
Probably somebody like David Silva of Manchester City, or I mean Kevin De Bruyne is injured, but he's super popular. Eden Hazard of Chelsea, people love him. Mo Salah, yeah, Mo Salah. Nice knowledge, Dan Patrick. Yeah, look at you just chucking in a Mo Salah just out of nowhere. Like,
okay, who's the best player?
Oh gosh, I mean it's really, really subjective.
Like if there was no price tag, it was an open draft.
Gosh, well it depends on age as well. Probably Eden Hazard of Chelsea, probably, because he's young enough to still be super expensive. David Silva is like 32, so he's coming towards the end of his career. So if there's an open draft, he probably wouldn't go first, but he's insane. Eden Hazard probably, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Does anybody ever say Kane instead of Harry Kane? Like every time he scores, it's Harry Kane. It's not Kane.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's Harry Kane.
Well, he's just like you got to say both names. He's so good, you got to say both names.
No, but shouldn't he be able to stand with with just one name?
But because it's one syllable I mean, I'm no commentator, but ask Arlo White. When you're shouting a name, Kane will get lost. I'm assuming.
How about Harry?
Yeah, that would be good. Like the Prince.
Yeah,
because he is basically a prince of English football. Also,
who's more popular, Harry Kane or Prince Harry?
Amazing question. Dead heat right now.
Wow.
Because Harry's married Meghan, who we love, by the way. American.
Oh, you guys have accepted her.
Dan, we've always accepted her.
Oh, of course.
We're having a royal baby, American royal baby.
Okay.
I mean, that's mega. So we love Meghan. Harry loves Meghan. So that's good. But Harry Kane is English football's sweetheart. And actually, arguably,
his wife's name isn't
Kate,
Sally, is it?
They're engaged.
Oh,
No,
because it was Harry loves Sally.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay.
No, football.
I'm on fire. When I put on this cologne, I'm a different guy.
Incredible when you start talking England.
How's your love
amazing.
spell working here? Your Victoria.
I think it's working well.
I think, yeah.
Okay. Football's more. I think football is very slightly more popular than the royal family. So probably Harry Kane.
What is the state of the Premier League? As far as has it gotten to where it's going to get?
No, I think it can grow.
What makes it grow? Because the NFL is trying to go into Mexico, trying to go into London.
Yeah.
The NBA is expanded, getting players from all over the world here. So what's the Premier League do? What's the next step as far as a business strategy?
It's a good point. I think probably America is a big part of the business strategy, and I think it's making great ground here. But it's always going to be one of the hardest places to crack because of your other huge sports that don't really exist so much elsewhere around the world.
But why don't we get a Premier League team here? Because we keep talking about putting an NFL team there.
That's when it gets a little bit difficult.
Oh, now we're getting territorial here.
A little bit.
Okay.
Don't come and take our Premier League from us. Football traditionalists, I don't think will ever, ever, ever allow that to happen. You have to remember, Dan.
How about if we take Crystal Palace? Because they
don't
suck.
Don't be mean. Double mean. That is double.
Crystal Palace is so bad that we would take Crystal Palace here and we would make them better.
The pride of South London.
Yeah, we would take them.
No, you just leave my palace where they are. No, seriously.
All right, we'll give you Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I've heard they're rubbish.
And then you give us Crystal Palace.
I feel like we always seem to have a Jacksonville Jaguar game on at Wembley because they're just like they're the rubbish team that no one minds if they go away for a week.
No.
And it's the Jaguars, right? Or the Jaguars.
But the English pronounce
it's Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
And we say it's Jaguar.
And I have to say on air, Jaguar. which I find incredibly difficult. And sometimes my researcher, when I've got the promo, has to spell it out and actually like put dashes in between things.
Yeah, but you still pronounce things in,
Yeah, but when I'm pronouncing American things, I have to do it the American way. That's only right. Like St. Louis. No, St. Louis. I said St. Louis once. St. Louis instead of St. Louis.
St. Louis, right. Is there a pause in between is? St. Louis is. What other American?
Well, Notre Dame is always should be Notre Dame, but I have to say Notre Dame. There's quite a few. Oh, I said Winnipeg the other week, and everyone just put their head in their hands, like, "What is she saying?" I'm like, "Well, it's Winnipeg," but apparently it's Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but it's like Birmingham is Birmingham.
Birmingham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Birmingham. Yeah, but you guys do have a Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough because that's how you say it. But if you were going to come to Birmingham, you've got to call it Birmingham. Or Middlesbrough, it's Middlesbrough, not Middlesbrough. Like you guys say like Foxborough, don't you? Where the New England Patriots play. Yeah, we would say Foxborough. So I have to make sure that if I'm doing a promo about Sunday Night Football, Foxborough, I say Foxborough. It's very complicated.
NBC Sports just launched the pilot of a show on YouTube called The Lowdown.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts you.
Catchy name.
Yeah, The Lowdown.
Amazing.
It's a combination of a highlight recap and a spin on the Premier League studio show where instead of asking questions, Rebecca answers them.
Yeah.
The format and length of the show were built with YouTube's platform in mind. It's a weekly show released each Sunday.
It is. Then we've just done the first one.
Is this show part of that show, The Lowdown?
Is what show part of that show?
You being on this show.
No, I don't think so.
But why aren't we doing this show
as part
of The Lowdown with you being on this show?
But that would be a hybrid of amazing shows right there. But I don't know. Actually, it's a good point. Because The Lowdown is something I do in the studio after I'm done on a Sunday with all the goals from the day and the day before, and then football questions. I'm not sure where to be honest, Dan, I'm not sure you'd make the edit.
Do you think that you could beat up one of the men in blazers if you had to?
Beat them up?
One of them. like Roger, it feels like you could.
I could probably take Rog. And I think he'd be okay with that.
Because Michael's kind of looks like
taller,
he's sneaky. Yeah.
A little sneakier. Yeah, a little kind of around the corner, like, not sure what he's got. Roger's just there.
Because Michael's sort of a poor man's Jason Statham.
Yeah, I would go with that. I think he'd be delighted with that. I mean, who wouldn't?
With what?
A poor man's Jason Statham.
Oh, or Jason Statham. Is Jason Statham the best looking guy in England?
No.
Is Daniel Craig?
No, David Beckham.
But he's not there.
David Beckham's in England. He lives in West London, Northwest London.
Wait, what about Posh? And aren't that they were in L.A.? No, did they sell that crib?
No, they have cribs everywhere. Cribs,
oh, they do?
Like you, Dan, cribs around the world. So they have a place in LA, which they come back to. But they're based in London. Their children go to school in London because, he's a proper Brit. He just can't, he loves it.
Okay, is George Clooney in London now?
That's a good question. I think George and his wife have a place in, I want to say Oxfordshire or Gloucestershire, which is a beautiful part of, like, a couple of hours outside London. So they have a big pad on the outskirts of London. Okay,
how much time am I allotted before I can say I have an English accent? How long can I live in England where I can say, like Madonna, Gwyneth Paltrow. They got over there, like over the weekend, they got an English accent.
They did, no, you can't do that. You're going to do it, you've got to be authentic. I mean, your American accent is so thick.
Oh, it is.
That, sure. So that by the time you would pick up an English, I mean, we're talking 15 to 20 years, I would suggest, until you're full on Brit.
Is Meghan Markle developing a British accent?
I don't hear a lot of her speaking. Once you become royal, you kind of don't speak a lot.
You're not allowed to?
You don't do a lot of interviews. You don't talk a lot. You just wave.
I really like Prince Harry.
He's a ledge.
If I wanted to be one of the royals, wicked. Prince Harry would have been the guy.
Well, yeah, because there's no pressure on you.
No.
You're not really going to be king, let's be honest. You're still prince and you're still at the forefront.
You get to goof around.
Goof around, have a bit of fun, but still be close enough to be important. Do you know what I mean? So he used to be he wasn't ever as popular as Prince William because Prince William is the future king. Yeah. People loved him and he was like a real good as gold kind of boy. But everyone has suddenly, late to the party, developed this love for Harry. And also, Harry's just gone and got an American girl, and we're all absolutely in love with her. And he's just a proper ledge.
My wife was early on with Prince Harry. She said, "Now he's a good-looking guy," and I go, "Wait, the redheaded one?"
Right. So there's been a swap at some point in the last 10 years. it's gone from Prince William, because I'm similar age to Prince William, and my friend and I, we used to try to work out where he was going to go to university, so maybe we could go as well, maybe possibly.
Did you ever met him? Did
I
you
could
stalk
be the
him?
princess. No, I didn't stalk him, but we did investigate. He went to St Andrews, and I'm just like, I can't go to St Andrews. I've got nothing to do. I can't do anything. What am I going to do?
You just go to a bar.
So, yeah, I know, but it's in Scotland. And, I was in Norwich. It's a long way away. So I gave up being a princess. But at that point, Prince William was very much like, he was a hottie, Dan Patrick. In my early 20s, he was a hottie.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he's been lapped by his brother. And now Prince Harry is a dish. He is an English dish.
Does Prince William get a hairpiece?
I mean, it's too late.
It's too late.
I mean, we know it's too late.
Okay.
It would be terrible.
Wayne Rooney.
I think Rooney's had implants.
Yeah.
I mean, he could get implants.
Yeah, get plugs.
I think the problem is it would be. Do you call them plugs?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what they are.
I thought they were hair implants.
No, they're called plugs. That's what the Roon dog calls them.
Your mate?
Well, he's now here in the United States.
No, yeah, but he's in England.
But he's the Roon dog.
Off season, but he's the Roon dog.
Yeah,
has he been on the show? You've got to get the Roon dog on the show.
Did we? I think we were trying to have him at the All-Star game.
Yeah, we came very close, and then it didn't work
Did he
out.
say
in
no?
schedule.
He said no. Oh, sure. Your schedule or his?
We've had Beckham like 3 times.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
In here? On this chair?
No, not in the chair.
Not really on the show then. If he's just been on the phone or...
Yeah, he was actually...
You have his number?
Cooking. Wow. Okay, if it's an open draft, Prince William or Bex?
Oh, Bex. Bex is like the people's royalty. You know, he's done so much for our country.
He's the Pele of looks, isn't he?
Oh, for sure. And he's going to be Sir David Beckham within 5 years.
Sir David.
Sir David and Lady Victoria. How cool is that?
She gets to, okay, so he's knighted.
Yeah.
And then what's she get?
A lady. She becomes a lady.
Just a lady.
Yeah. Whereas if she got the honor and she became a
Paulie,
dame.
do you have Beck's cell number?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, swap later on. Excellent.
Well, what do we get?
My husband says it's okay that I'm in love with David Beckham.
Oh, it is?
He says it's the only one I'm allowed to be in love with is David Beckham. Also, we have the same nickname, Bex and Bex.
Paulie, bring in David Beckham.
No way. I'm the most gullible person in the world, by the way, Dan. So for half a split second, I actually thought that was going to happen. A little bit hot.
Rebecca wakes up at 3 a.m. on the weekend and is asleep somewhere around 7:30. And if she's not, then she's been bad.
Yeah. Well, I have to get my sleep in. I'm a big sleeper. I have to get my sleep in to do my crazy long shows.
And you're away from your son Teddy, so you're able. How's my accent when I say Teddy?
Well, odd, very odd.
Oh, it is
Teddy.
Teddy.
Yeah, just Teddy.
Teddy.
No, it's too high, Dan. The octave. It's got to drop it. Let's drop it.
Teddy.
That's it. Yeah, it's gone American again.
Yeah.
Ted.
How's my Harry Kane?
That's not bad.
Okay.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll come in and do highlights with you.
Oh my goodness. Do you remember when I came on your show?
Yes.
And there was a player that I really liked the name of. What was his name? Incredible name. I got reminded of it the other day. Anyway, and you were like, no, stop. It's nothing to do with it. What are you talking about the name? I'm like, we've already seen 3 touchdowns. You're still talking about the name.
It's a big match later today, right here on NBCSN. Manchester United and Arsenal. You throw out the records when they get together. But this Saturday, you can come out and see Rebecca Lowe. It's a meet and greet. It's the Premier League Fan Fest. This is a big deal. From 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. in the South Street Seaport. Matches throughout the day on the networks of NBC.
South Street Seaport. It's quite hard to say. And I have to say it 100 times on Saturday.
But that's where you pause.
Yeah, you do.
So South Street Seaport.
Look at this.
Now you have to
I'm getting a lesson
There are
from the
certain
master.
words that have been used.
South Street Seaport. Yeah.
Seaport.
Seaport.
And if you ever get to Winnipeg, you know.
Via St. Louis.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
It's great to see you. Thank you for stopping by.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.